back to another episode of Get Good. My name is Ian, and today I have two very special guests for us, and they're going to talk about international exchange. It's a program for people to experience the lifestyle here and what it is like to be in Vancouver/Richmond area, Canada to be exact. So today I have Lucas and Maurice. How are you guys doing?
Doing fine. Nice to be here.
So I have some questions, and of course, feel free to talk about any unique incidents that you may have experienced here in Canada so far. So first of all, please tell our viewers who you are and what you do at RCD. And we'll start with Lucas.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Lucas. I'm 26 years old, and I'm from Germany. And I'm doing an exchange here at the Richmond Center of Disability.
Very good. And Maurice?
My name is Maurice. I'm 20 years old, and I'm also doing an exchange here at RCD in Richmond, and I'm also from Germany as Lucas.
Very cool. Now, for some of our viewers, they may not be too familiar with the concept of an international exchange. Can you briefly talk about what that is?
So basically, our school where we are at the moment offers us the possibility that we can go to another country where we can basically simply work in another company. Because we're working in Germany as well, we're making a vocational training at the moment, both of us, and so now we get the opportunity to see kind of different style of workplace that we have never seen again, and also in a different country.
Very cool. And Maurice, anything to add to that?
No, not exactly. I think Lucas said everything. It was you never had, or I should say that there's not so much a chance like that to visit another country, and in our choice or in our point, it's Vancouver, it's Canada. This school has made this every year, but it was in England, in Bristol, and it's the first time in Canada, we see that, and we were really into it.
Wow, that's interesting, because from Germany to England, I can understand it's kind of a short trip, right? But from Germany to all the way to the west coast of Canada, that's a long way. Okay, now, but why did you guys decide to do an international exchange? Because packing up and just going over to a new place, especially for a couple of weeks, can be quite, challenging for some people. Why did you guys decide to do it? What's in it for you?
When you start?
Yeah, I could start. I can speak for myself that this is a really big chance for me because I've never done something like this before. Sure, if you have holidays or stuff like that, you're traveling other countries, but you not longer than a week. You're staying there, and this is for a month, and you not only visit the country, you are working here, so you get the normal activities like if you are living here. And I think this is a more experience than just visit the country, and you see how it works here, how the day goes on, and stuff like that. And it's also not seeing this in work. We also see it at our homestay, how the normal day is going on, and not if you traveling here for holiday and I don't know, go in a hotel or stuff like that. It's a really different thing, and
definitely, because coming here as a tourist, as comparing to someone who's coming here just to have a work experience, very different. And same for student as well. When they come here, the lifestyle is totally different.
It was a great chance for me to see another continent, to see Canada. I was never in Canada in my whole life, and when I had the chance, I wanted to get it, so I'm here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Lucas?
Yeah, for me it's also the first time being here on this continent. I was not really sure going here, but I told my parents and my girlfriend about this trip that our school offers, and they both said, well, it's a one in a lifetime chance, you should take this. And I wasn't really sure, but I took it, and I'm really glad that I did, because had so much time here. We've been now here for about 2.5 weeks, and we discovered a lot of Vancouver, and it was really great seeing a completely different country and different lifestyles here. So it's really an experience.
So tell me about when you compare the two countries. I know you guys have been staying here for a couple of weeks now. What do you feel is the biggest difference between the two countries? Now, I just give you a little comparison. From my previous group, some girls from London, UK, they said the transit system was completely different between the two countries. Because in UK, they said the trains and the buses were so frequent in terms of, you know, picking up passengers and stuff. But here in Canada, the wait time is kind of long. For you guys, what do you feel is the biggest difference between Germany and the west coast of Canada?
I would say what I shook up the most was the price of everything. So in Germany, food and something like this is really cheap, and we was the first time in a supermarket, and we were just surprised how everything is so much more expensive here.
Okay. So expensive food, okay, yeah, I can agree to that. And what about Maurice?
Yeah, I would also say the same. And one thing I can mention is that the people here are really they're going to you and talk to you. And in Germany, if you do that, it's like it's not like yeah, you're crazy or stuff like that, but it's like yeah, they don't do it that often, and they are a bit inside of themselves. Yeah, they are not so often or so open for things than here.
You know, I don't know. It's maybe it's just you, because people never talk to me on the streets. Maybe you guys are just more handsome than me. I don't know. I think maybe that's why. Okay, so right now, where do you stay in Vancouver? Just give me the rough location.
So we're staying in East Vancouver, so we have to get the train here.
Okay.
It's a long way here. I think we're taking 2 trains, and we're about 50 minutes on the way. So
15 minutes one way, okay. And just so you know, viewers, right now, these two guys, Lucas and Maurice, they are the video editors for the online concert. So without these guys, now by the time this is shown to public, the online concert has already happened. So great job on the editing, guys. Like really appreciate it. Without them, no online concert. Just so you know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And Maurice, right, do you two like stay together in the same homestay family right now?
Yeah, that's exactly it. We are staying in the same homestay family. We have different rooms. Lucas is have a room on the first floor, and I have one on the above the first floor.
Basement?
Downstairs. No, downstairs. Sorry.
Basement, right?
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
basement.
okay.
Yeah, downstairs.
Right. So okay, so you guys have your own room, and what about meals? Like, does the homestay family also prepare meals as well?
Yeah, sure. So we're many different students there. So we are, I think, at the moment 7 people.
Okay.
Our guest parents are actually not here at the moment. They're visiting the Philippines.
Okay.
So one of the students actually makes food for us, and so because we're making this trip with Internex, they already made all of the planning. So we get 3 times food a day. So we usually get breakfast in the morning and get lunch for the work, and after that in the evening we also get another meal.
Wow, that seems like a very good arrangement.
Yeah.
So, so that you can just focus on the work that you're doing here, and then experience Vancouver. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's very good. Now, what's the most difficult part of an international exchange? So let's start with Lucas first.
I would say getting all the documents together.
Okay.
Actually, it was a lot of things because you have to check your passport if it's if you can take this with you, and also the time being where we came here, there was also COVID-19, so you have to fill out the ArriveCan app. You have to check all your if you have all your flu shot, your COVID shots,
Vaccine shots, yes.
vaccine shots, yeah, and all of the things. You have got the insurance for here, and getting everything together was, I think, a little bit of work. So you have to do the visum also, all of these things.
Now, so that was before you get here, right? So what about after arriving to Canada? Is there a difficult part, or everything is just downhill, easy stuff from that point on?
It was okay. So the first time we went to try with the drive with the train, we were on the wrong station.
Oh, okay.
Because we were a little confused how the system is handled, so how we pay with everything, and because also something we don't really have in Germany is like everything gets paid with credit card.
Okay.
So we both had to apply for a credit card before here, and so it was our first time using credit card for everything.
Wait, you guys don't use that in Germany?
We have debit cards.
Debit card, okay.
Yeah,
Debit card, okay.
and I'm usually more a person who pays with
Cash.
Cash.
Right.
So-
Yeah, cash is the way to go for me as well. Okay. And Maurice, what about the difficult part for you in an international exchange?
Yeah, I would also say, Lucas, the difficult part was, but I think it was the first weekend when we are a bit not knowing where we are because of the train connections and stuff like that, and the bus connections. But I think it's the same if you visit another country. It's the same there. So.
Okay. So now that you know your way around and you've been to like downtown and stuff like that, you're more comfortable with the city.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, it's no longer difficult. Okay. What about the most rewarding part of an international exchange, Lucas?
I would say getting to know many new people and also a new country. Because if you would make a vacation here, you would probably just stay in Vancouver downtown all the time, or
Right.
visiting all the sightseeing spots. But now, since you're living at a guest family, you see the everyday life of some people, which is something you usually don't get in a vacation. And I think this is some of the most rewarding
And
parts.
coming to our city too, you
Yeah,
get
sure.
to
Working
work
here
with-
is
you work with so many different staff here. Even though your main task, your main duty is to edit videos, but you still get to interact with them and see, and for you guys especially, to interact with people with disability. I
Yeah.
think that's a very meaningful way, very rewarding as well. And Maurice?
Yeah, I could also say the same as I said before. The difference between an international exchange and a trip or like a holiday is that you're working here and you learn how to live here and not just to travel here. And I think that this is the most rewarding part of it here, because you learn the lifestyle here, you learn how to live here, how to, I don't know, buy your own stuff, because it's true that we are in a homestay family and that they have cooking for us and stuff like that. But if you want to do something, if you want to go to work, you have to do it all by yourself and stuff like that. And yeah, I think this is the most rewarding part of an international exchange, and that's the difference between just holidays.
So I'm also curious, is this also the first time that you are away from home for more than like a week or so? Or have you done that before, just to another country?
I just did it once for 2 weeks, but I was not alone. I was with a group of friends, and we did holiday in, it was in Spain at that time, I think.
That's the best part. Away from family and friends. Oh,
Yeah.
party time.
Yeah, but before that, no, and not alone.
Okay.
This is my first time alone. I'm not alone, but
Right.
alone.
What about for you?
Yeah, I've also been on holiday in Egypt for 2
Oh.
weeks, and yeah, I was
Right.
also staying away from my family.
So this time is the first time. It's kind of alone, even though you guys are together.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's still kind of a trip that you're making on your own, away from your family and away from your country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, any advice for young people out there who are thinking of participating in an international exchange? Any advice for them?
I would say getting all the documents together. if you have a trip already planned, then
You're big on documents.
yeah,
I'm sure.
it was a lot of work, I think, and maybe if you can maybe get a funding for this, because some other because we're going to this trip here with 26 other students, I think, from our school, and some of these get funded by the company. So the company said, well, we're going to pay for the flight, or they're going to get loan because we're working in the company.
Right.
They still get paid even though they're here now. Or maybe your school has some offerings with that, because our school also works with, it's called in Germany Ausbildung weltweit, and they fund basically the big part of this, so they fund the guest family and all of this. So maybe try to find something where...
so you basically got the majority of the funding for this trip?
Yeah, we just have to pay for the flight here, and it was about 800
Wow,
euros.
sign me up. Wow, everything else is already arranged and done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely. What a great company / school. Wow, that's amazing. And any advice for them, Maurice?
As Lucas said, it's a huge number of money you have to take to or you have to pay if you want to do something like this. So it's the best if you find someone who is spending money for such a trip,
like a sponsor, right?
Like a sponsor, sponsoring
it.
Because I knew some of my friends when I was at school. I was 18. He did the same thing as I did for 6 months in Hawaii, but he did it for his private, so it was not sponsoring from some company or stuff like that, and he paid 14,000 euros.
Yep. That
for
sounds about right.
For this time, for 6 months.
6 months, yeah, that
6
sounds
months.
about right.
It's a huge number of money.
It's a huge, definitely a huge amount.
Yeah, but if you have the chance, you should take it.
I think if there's a company or a school sponsoring a trip like this, it's definitely like a no-brainer. Like, although I always consider how safe the country is. So for Canada, you're pretty safe. But there are some countries that you may have to think twice because it's just too high of crime rate. So that will make me consider twice. But in places like even Germany, England, US, safe places. So definitely I'll go to. But I think I'm getting a bit too old. But you guys are still young, travel the world. That's the way. And if you think food is expensive, try housing or rentals. Oh my goodness.
It's also expensive in Germany as well. So
well, this is all the time we have for now. Thank you for joining us, folks, and thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Maurice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And next month we will have another topic. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys next month. Bye now.
See ya.
Bye.
Remember to like and subscribe. Bye now.